I think it's still pretty small for them, but what's really important is half of all new subscribers they reported previously in previous quarters are buying the ad-supported tier.
What does that tell you?
So it tells me they have a growing backlog of revenue that's going to occur in the future, because essentially every person that gets the ad-supported tier is currently under-monetized. But despite that, they have record-breaking earnings. So imagine what the earnings are going to be when they are fully monetized, which would effectively double the revenue per customer for their new customer.
You must have spent time with the advertising tier of Netflix, just given your business.
Yeah, well, some, I know a lot of the key people, but...
No, but I mean, like, the experience, because I think a lot of people who have been using Netflix for years, we don't have the advertising plan, so I don't... But if you're watching something on YouTube, for example, and an ad is just thrown in there, it can be pretty disruptive.
Yeah.
What's the experience on Netflix?
It's like watching any other streaming service, ad-supported streaming service. There are pods of ads. There's just a lot fewer ads right now.
How well is it targeted?
I don't think it's very targeted. I think Netflix...
That's probably an issue, right?
Right, it is. It's because Netflix is kind of starting from the big brand advertiser perspective, and to really fully monetize that, they have to take market share away from the entire rest of the industry, because those big brand advertisers, they're not increasing their spend. So I think that's part of the challenge they have in monetizing the ads, but they will get there. And when that kicks in, it's going to be the same way cracking down on password sharing.
You know, I just want to, my experience with advertising was in one of these, I don't know, like a similar service was when Amazon decided to kind of get rid of the free Prime Video. And I'll tell you, like, I was like watching something, Carol. It just cut out for an ad at a terrible time.
Right.
It was thrown in a really sloppy way.
Hate it.
It's only, I think, $3 more a month to pay for it. And I was like, I'm done. That's it. No more from like I don't know what's wrong with me, but I'm like, I'm not even going to partake in this. I'm done with it.
It's amazing how we, as consumers of video and content, right, where we used to be, we didn't have a choice, in linear television where you had to stop, or you had a commercial and you ran to the bathroom or something. And but now it's like, I don't want any interruptions.
Okay. I'm just, before
and
everybody
we love
throws
you.
the hate
We love
at
you.
me, okay?
All right. So then how much, we were talking about how Netflix has been a bit of an outperformer this year. It's up more than 9% here. So when do we start to see those numbers and that enthusiasm that you're talking about as a result kind of start to show up?
Well, I think Netflix...
And is the stock underpriced because of it?
I think Netflix is somewhat immune, because think of it this way. The first thing you get is the last thing you cancel. And Netflix for streaming is definitely the first thing you get. It's the first thing. There's data that shows it's you turn on the TV, the first thing you hit is, let me go see what's on Netflix. And remember, their highest price offering, the highest price subscription, costs 68% more than their lowest price. So you can just kind of go, you want to save some money, you just downgrade the subscription. You don't need to cancel it. So I think for them to get to the point where people are canceling, it's nearly impossible.
Like you can't put food on the table.
Right.
I'm just kidding. I'm only kidding.